Have you ever watched an older loved one working out, maybe doing something like jumping jacks or lifting weights, and thought, I'm proud of them, but is this really safe? What if I told you some exercises that seniors think are helping them could actually be slowly damaging their heart? Yeah, I know that sounds intense, but this isn't just theory. It's happening every day, quietly, and often without warning signs, until it's too late. Maybe it's your dad. Maybe it's your grandmother. Someone you love who's just trying to stay strong and independent, but they're unknowingly putting serious strain on their heart. Here's the truth: as we age, our bodies, and especially our hearts, don't respond to exercise the same way. And pushing the wrong kind of workout can do more harm than good. But here's the good news. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 exercises that seniors should stop doing immediately, and I'll show you what they should be doing instead to stay healthy, active, and safe. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. If you care about someone in their later years and want to make sure they're truly protecting their heart, then stick with me. And hey, if you're here because this matters to you, type "I'm here" in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Elder Strength and Guidance. We're all about helping you care better, love harder, and protect those who matter most. Let's get into it. 1. High-impact aerobic exercises. Let's start with one that might surprise you. High-impact aerobic exercises. Picture this: your grandfather, maybe he's in his late 70s, signs up for a fitness class at the local senior center. He's determined, wants to stay fit, wants to feel young again. The instructor turns on the music, and soon everyone's bouncing, stepping, moving fast. First, he's smiling. He feels the rhythm. He's moving like he used to years ago. But not long after, his breathing gets shallow. His face turns a little red, and then his chest feels tight. Now, he might not say anything. Seniors often don't. They don't want to seem weak. But inside, his heart is under serious stress. Here's what's actually happening in the body. High-impact moves, jumping, fast-paced steps, jolting motions spike blood pressure. The heart rate climbs quickly. And for younger people, that's manageable. But for seniors, the heart muscle has aged. It's less flexible. The arteries are stiffer. Sudden changes like that can overload the system. It's like asking a decades-old car to race up a hill full throttle. The engine might not give out immediately, but it's definitely not doing it any favors. And here's the thing. So many people think high impact equals high benefit. If I'm not sweating buckets, it's not working. If it's not intense, it's not burning calories. But that thinking, it can be dangerous, even deadly for aging bodies. What most people don't realize is that you can still get a great cardio workout without pounding your joints or overworking your heart. Low-impact exercises like brisk walking, cycling at a gentle pace, or even swimming are not only effective, they're safer. They build endurance, support heart health, and lower the risk of sudden spikes in blood pressure or irregular heartbeats. It's not about doing less. It's about doing what's smart for where your body is right now. You're not trying to win a marathon. You're trying to live longer, stronger, and with dignity. And speaking of heart strain, there's another type of exercise that might seem empowering, but can actually be even more harmful if done the wrong way. Let's talk about it. 2. Heavy weight lifting. Now let's talk about something we see all the time, especially among seniors who are determined to stay strong. Heavy weight lifting. Maybe it's your aunt. She's in her early 70s, sharp as ever, and refuses to slow down. You see her at the gym, gripping those dumbbells, pushing through another set of deadlifts. She's proud, and rightfully so. After all, she's doing what most people half her age avoid. Strength, she believes, is the key to staying independent. But here's what she may not realize. Each time she lifts those heavy weights, especially if she's holding her breath or straining, her blood pressure shoots up, sometimes dangerously high. The heart muscle, already less resilient with age, is suddenly under enormous pressure. And in that moment, without warning, the risk of something serious, a stroke, a cardiac event, even a tear in the aorta, increases. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up to what's really happening inside the body. See, lifting heavy puts what's called an isometric load on the body. That means the muscles contract without moving, especially when straining, and that's when the heart can experience dangerous levels of pressure. It's like squeezing a garden hose and turning the faucet full blast at the same time. Eventually, something's going to give. And yet, so many seniors are encouraged to lift heavy. They're told it builds bone density, protects against muscle loss, and helps prevent falls. And yes, strength training is important, but heavy doesn't always mean better. In fact, for aging hearts, heavy can mean harmful. What's more effective and far safer is using light weights with higher reps, or better yet, resistance bands. They offer consistent, smooth tension that strengthens muscles without placing explosive stress on the cardiovascular system. It's about control, form, breathing, listening to the body. This kind of strength training still builds muscle. It still supports bone health. And most importantly, it respects the aging heart. No one's saying don't lift. We're saying lift smart, lift with care, lift in a way that helps you stay strong without risking your heart. And while heavy lifting can be deceivingly dangerous, there's another exercise that many seniors do regularly, and most think it's completely harmless. But it's quietly pushing their heart to the edge. Let's take a closer look. If you're still watching and like what you're learning, please type number 2 in the comments to show you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us make more good videos for you. Now, let's continue. 3. Intense jumping or plyometric exercises. Let's talk about another exercise that often flies under the radar. Intense jumping, or what some call plyometric exercises. You've probably seen this one. Maybe it's your neighbor down the street, 68, maybe 72, out in the driveway or at the community center, doing jump squats or hopping side to side. The intention is good. They want to stay agile, keep their reflexes sharp, feel alive again. And on the outside, it does look like energy, like motivation, like they're fighting back against aging. But what you don't see is what's happening inside the body. Every jump, every impact sends a shockwave through the joints, yes, but also through the cardiovascular system. Here's the science. When a senior suddenly jumps, especially in quick succession, their heart rate spikes fast. Blood pressure surges. And if there's any underlying condition, even one that hasn't shown symptoms yet, this sudden burst can trigger it. Rhythm irregularities, palpitations, shortness of breath, and in more severe cases, a cardiac event. See, younger hearts are like rubber bands, they stretch and snap back quickly. Older hearts? They're more like thick elastic, slower, stiffer, less forgiving. The problem is, plyometric exercises are designed to be explosive, fast, and high impact by nature. They're made to challenge the nervous system, to push limits. But that's exactly why they can be dangerous for seniors, especially when done without medical guidance or supervision. Now, here's the catch. A lot of these movements look fun. They seem harmless. People think, if I can still jump, I must be doing great. But just because the body can do something doesn't always mean it should. That burst of energy might feel like youth, but it could be silently pushing the heart to the brink. So what's a better option? Try gentle balance exercises. Tai Chi, slow-paced dancing, modified step movements, all of these support coordination, keep the body moving, and still provide a good cardiovascular workout without the high-impact stress. These alternatives protect not just the heart, but also the joints, the hips, the knees, and let's be honest, those need just as much care at this stage of life. The goal isn't to stop moving. It's to move in a way that supports longevity, not just fitness for today, but strength and stability for the years ahead. And if you think intense jumping is risky, number 4 might really surprise you. Something that sounds impressive, looks powerful, but underneath the surface, it can overwhelm the heart faster than almost anything else. Let's break it down. 4. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, without modification. Now let's talk about one of the most popular trends in fitness today. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT. You've probably heard of it. Quick bursts of intense movement, followed by short rest. Then repeat. It sounds efficient, right? Burn calories fast, build endurance, save time. And for younger people, sure, can be a great workout. But here's the catch. Seniors often see HIIT as a shortcut. a way to stay fit, fast. They read an article, see someone doing it on TV, and think, hey, if it works for them, why not me? So they jump in, push hard, rest too little, then push again. But what they don't realize is their heart. It's not designed for that kind of sudden demand anymore. See, HIIT works by spiking the heart rate rapidly, then letting it drop, then spiking it again. This constant up and down places a heavy load on the cardiovascular system, and for an older heart that's slowed down with age, it can be overwhelming. The walls of the heart might be thicker, the arteries stiffer, electrical signals might not fire as smoothly as they used to, and those rapid shifts in demand can trigger arrhythmias, dizziness, or worse, a cardiac episode. It's like revving an old engine over and over again without checking the oil. Eventually, something's going to wear out. Now don't get me wrong, the concept behind HIIT isn't all bad. Movement, even in intervals, can be healthy, but it needs to be adjusted. The real danger is when seniors do these routines without modifications, without slowing the pace, without lengthening the rest periods, without understanding what their heart can handle. A lot of people buy into the idea that the harder, the better. No pain, no gain. But in the later years of life, that mindset can do more harm than good. Because the goal isn't to win a race. The goal is to live longer, move safely, and enjoy life with the strength you do have. So what's the safer path? Try moderate interval training. Lower the intensity. Extend the recovery time. Even walking at a gentle pace for a minute, then resting for 2 and repeating, that's interval training. And it's far more heart-friendly. And please, before starting anything new like this, especially if there's a heart history, talk to a healthcare provider. Just a quick check-in could save a life. So yes, HIIT might look impressive on paper, but if it's not tailored to the needs of the aging body, it can turn from helpful to harmful, fast. And now, we've reached the final exercise on this list. It's one that seems so simple, so natural, that most people don't even think of it as a risk. But the way it's done, that's where the danger hides. Let's talk about it. If you're still watching and like what you're learning, please type number 4 in the comments to show you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us make more good videos for you. Now, let's continue. 5. Straining exercises, holding breath, Valsalva maneuver. Now here's the last one, and honestly, it's the most overlooked. Straining during exercise while holding your breath. Also known as the Valsalva maneuver. You've probably seen it, maybe without even realizing it. A senior is lifting something heavy. Maybe a weight, maybe just getting up from a chair awkwardly. Or maybe they're holding a yoga pose, pushing through. And as they do, their face tightens. Their chest tenses up. And they hold their breath. They're trying to power through. They think that breath hold gives them more control or strength. But what's really happening? Inside their chest, the pressure is building. It's like locking all the valves on a pressure cooker and turning up the heat. And here's the science behind it. When someone holds their breath and strains, like when pushing, lifting, or bracing hard, it triggers the Valsalva maneuver. This action increases intrathoracic pressure, which temporarily cuts off blood flow to the heart and causes a sudden spike in blood pressure when the breath is released. In younger bodies, the heart can usually recover. But in seniors, that sharp rise in pressure and the sudden drop right after can be dangerous. It stresses the cardiovascular system, can disrupt heart rhythm. In some cases, it can even lead to fainting, or worse. And yet, so many people don't even know they're doing it. They've been taught, maybe even decades ago, that holding your breath while lifting helps stabilize the body, that it adds strength. And yes, it does add a sense of tightness, but that tightness comes at a price, and the heart often pays it. The real strength comes from control, awareness, breathing through movement, not bracing against it. So what's the safer way? Encourage steady, natural breathing, exhale during exertion. If you're lifting something, breathe out as you lift. If you're holding a stretch, keep the breath flowing in and out. No breath holding, no clenching, no forcing. And if a position or movement requires so much strain that you can't breathe through it, that's your body saying, this might be too much, and that's okay. There's no shame in modifying, no weakness in adjusting. In fact, being able to listen to your body, that's the real strength. Now that we've gone through these 5 exercises, and why they can be quietly dangerous, let's take a step back for a moment, because this isn't just about workouts. This is about something much bigger. Let's talk about what this really means for you, your loved ones, and the life you want to protect. Watching someone you love, a parent, a grandparent, even an older friend, struggle with heart issues from exercises they thought were helping them, it hurts because they're doing their best. They're trying to stay strong, trying to stay useful, trying to hold on to their independence, their identity. And meanwhile, quietly, their heart may be bearing a burden it was never meant to carry. That realization can leave you feeling helpless, worried, even guilty, like maybe you should have noticed sooner, or asked more questions. But I want to say something to you right now, gently but clearly. This is not your fault. None of us are born knowing what's safe or unsafe as we age. We're told exercise is good, and we believe it. And yes, movement is good, but the wrong kind of movement at the wrong time in the wrong body, that can be damaging. And here's the thing, it's okay to feel scared, but don't stop there, because now you understand that these 5 exercises, while they may seem normal, even helpful, can place quiet, serious stress on the heart of someone you love. And that knowledge, that's power. Power to have a conversation, to suggest a different routine, to notice a red flag before it becomes a crisis, to ask, hey, are you breathing through that movement? Or maybe we can try something lower impact instead. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be intentional. You don't need a medical degree to help someone you love live longer. You just need awareness, consistency, and a little bit of courage to speak up. Encourage heart-friendly activities, like gentle walking, swimming, dancing, or even gardening. Support regular checkups and be there when they're told to take it easy, because sometimes taking it easy is the bravest thing they can do. And most of all, show up with love, because love makes people listen. Love helps people feel safe enough to change. There's no perfect way to care for someone in their later years. There's no script for getting it all right. But what you can do is bring patience, bring understanding, bring steady support that reminds them they're not alone. You're not trying to take anything away from them. You're helping them keep what matters most: their health, their strength, and their dignity, for as long as possible. And that's one of the greatest gifts anyone can give. So, let's take a moment to recap what we've covered today. The 5 exercises seniors should avoid or modify to protect their heart are: high-impact aerobics, because sudden, jarring movements can spike blood pressure and strain the heart; heavy weightlifting, which can overload the cardiovascular system and lead to dangerous pressure surges; intense jumping or plyometric exercises, those explosive movements that can shock the heart and joints alike; unmodified high-intensity interval training, HIIT, which causes rapid heart rate fluctuations that aging bodies may struggle to manage; and finally, breath holding during straining, that silent, hidden danger that most people don't even realize is risky, known as the Valsalva maneuver. Each of these may seem harmless, even helpful at first glance. But once you understand what's really happening inside the body, especially a senior's body, you begin to see the risk hiding beneath the surface. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these exercises have you seen seniors doing, maybe at the gym, in your family, or even in your own routine? Have you ever noticed warning signs, like shortness of breath, red faces, sudden fatigue, or chest tightness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one of them, and your experience could help someone else spot the signs early. This is a space for care, for learning, and for connection. And if this video helped you understand how to keep your loved ones safer, or even gave you a new perspective, I invite you to subscribe to Elder Strength and Guidance, because this channel is about more than just information. It's about empowering you to care better, love longer, and protect the people who matter most. We talk about the real things here, not just what sounds good, but what works in the real world of aging, heart health, and elder care. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you haven't already. There's so much more we're going to cover together. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for caring deeply enough to listen, and for wanting to do better by those you love. Stay strong, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.